Let's get you caught up with what's happening at the Capitol. So happening today, the Texas Senate Education Committee is holding a public hearing to talk about funding for public education. Last month, the House passed a $9.1 billion proposal to fund public schools. But last night, the Senate finalized its version of House Bill 2, and it came with some changes. That includes cutting the funding to around $8 billion. The Senate also made changes on how that money would be spent. While the House's bill prioritizes raising the basic allotment, which is the amount that districts receive for each student, the Senate's proposal focuses on teacher pay as well as special education. Well, Central Texas school districts are on both sides of this debate, it seems. On one side, you have Temple ISD, who believes that the funding could help reduce class sizes, boost teacher retention, as well as restore cut services.
Some of the components of the House, the increase in basic allotment, to go into play to take care of general education students and to take care of the rest of the organization, but then also look at some of the components out of the Senate, like the teacher pay scale increases that they have in the special education funding.
So that was from Temple ISD, Dr. Bobby Ott. However, new this morning, we are hearing from a Midway ISD Superintendent Chris Allen. Now, he feels that this proposal is just not enough.
This Senate committee substitute for House Bill 2, Public School Finance, only increases the basic allotment by $55. To put that in perspective for you, that's a little bit like your house being on fire. The fire department showing up with a 12-ounce cup of water, throwing it at your house and saying, see, look how much good we've done.
So you can kind of hear the differences on their takes on this. Well, if the Senate committee approves the $8 billion proposal, the bill would then head over to the full Senate for a vote. The next steps would be having to work out any disagreements with the House, and that's all before sending it to Governor Greg Abbott. By the way, I want to point out that the legislative session does end in less than 3 weeks on June 2nd. Of course, 6 News will keep you updated.